Hey guys, as I'm sure you may or may not know, I recently got married, as you can see right here. Sorry ladies, just kidding. I'm not sorry at all. I'm very happily married to the most wonderful woman on the planet. And we recently had a bit of a celebration. And we got a lot of wonderful people to come and also a good number of, wedding gifts. And instead of sending out thank you cards to everybody, I have to be a little different, a little extra. So I'm going to hand make a few paintings of some flowers. Just so happened to work out that the number of people we had come is a good multiple of 6. So I'm going to make 6 unique flowers using 6 different colors. And then I'm going to replicate them into all of these other cards as well. So I'm going to real time through the first 6, and that will be today's video. So let's go ahead and get started. I think I want each flower to be a different primary color. That's kind of the idea that I'm going for here. So the first one I'm going to do is a purple. I'm going to pick up this brush here. The brand doesn't matter, but it is a size 10, as you can see there. So it's not a huge brush, but it's not the tiniest brush you've ever seen. Just to give me enough to work with, but not so little that I kind of have to do this forever. But let's go ahead and start with a purple flower of some sort. Looking at references and things like that online, I have found a few different styles of flower that I like. So for this one, we're going to go initially with some green. I don't know exactly what flower this is meant to replicate, and I'm not exactly trying to replicate any specific flower. I'm just making something that looks nice. So I've got a little bit of green here. I think you can just barely see me mixing that on the side. We're gonna go like this. Okay, that's the good start. And I know that's not purple, but don't worry. Now is where the purple comes. I'm going to go with a little bit of a bluey purple. And just some little dots like this, following those stems that I painted in. Something that I'm going to also do with all of these that I will not be showing you is when it comes time to send them out to people, I'm going to add a little bit of red and put some variation in some of these petals. But when it comes time to send these out to people, I am actually going to write a little thank you on the back of them, but you guys aren't going to see that. That's fairly personal. Okay, so there is our first flower. We'll move him off to the side. Purple is done. Let's pick a new color. I think yellow might be fun. And I see a painting here that I'm looking at online that I really like. I'm not coming up with these out of my head necessarily. Yeah, oh, okay, cool. So let's do this. We're gonna start with some more green again. I feel like most of these will probably start with a little bit of green, just for the stems. We're going to do little leaf shapes here too. Okay. And now we'll pull some yellow. I want a little bit more warmth in this yellow. So while it's still pretty wet, I'm going to go into an even darker yellow color. And at the base of each of these, I'm going to put some of that. All right, flower number 2. I might come back and do some pen lining on some of these as well, but I have not decided that quite yet. We got purple and yellow. Let's pick a new color. Okay, I think I want to do kind of a pink for this one. So we're actually going to start with pink this time. I'm just going to mix up. I have some more pinky reds in this palette, fortunately for me. And that's what we're going to start with. And we're going to do a little like this. I like, whenever possible, to do odd numbers. Obviously, it doesn't always have to be odd numbers, but I think odd numbers just look better. While these guys dry, I'm going to go ahead and add a darker, more purpley red by mixing some of my purple as well as some of my really dark blue. We're actually going to add a bit of a head to these. And just another layer here. If I can manage it. Now we'll go in with our green. And these are pretty simple stems. They're just going to come right out from the base and basically go straight down. I'm going to mix a darker color to go underneath here. We'll move him off to the side. We'll move on to the next one. Thinking a white flower will be nice. So this one we're going to have to do a little differently. In order for me to make white, I've actually got to mix blue. And what kind of flower do we want? Well, maybe we can do like a bit of a daisy kind of thing. So I'm going to mix my blue and put this down first. I know it doesn't really look like anything yet, but we'll see in a minute here. And now I'll take some of that really vibrant yellow orange from earlier. And right in the middle of these guys, we'll put some of that color in. Maybe I'll come back later to do some more work to that. We can take our green. I forgot to put some grass down for this guy, so I'm going to actually do that here. I think that'll help a little bit with the organization. I like having the grass underneath. I think it looks cool. So I know that one's really light, but that's kind of the idea. We're definitely going to be putting some pens into these. There's 4. Now I got number 5. See, we've got white, red, yellow, purple. I don't have anything that's orange per se. I don't really have anything that's green. Nor do I have a nice blue. So maybe we'll find a blue flower here. Another pretty simple one, but I think it would look good. I'm going to get a very nice blue here. Maybe a little darker. Okay. And we're going to go like this. A couple more of those. You notice I'm leaving a little gap in the middle here. The reason for that is so that I can put a central piece. I think I'm just going to do 2 on this one. I'm going to put a little bit of my orange in the middle of these guys here to make it look interesting. Nice. And then we can do our green stems. And I'm going to do my flowers a little different on these guys, or my leaves a little different on these guys. Just little leaves for these guys. There we go. Nice. And our last one, what's a color we don't have yet? I'm missing pink. I mean, we kind of have pink in this guy. No orange, no green. So let's just look and see what we can find. We could do like a tulipy kind of one. Yeah, I think I like the idea of an orange flower here. So I'm going to do kind of like a tulipy color, or a tulipy orange. Orange tulipy flower. Man, my English is not working today. So I have a couple different types of orange on my palette. So we can work with those if we need to. I also have reds and yellows, so I can edit this orange to get it to perfectly what I want. And let's go. Okay. And while that's still wet, I'm going to add some more red into some of these areas. I'll cut a hair.
These are fun.
Thank you.
I came in here to light your candle for you.
My candle's already lit. Same page, babe. Same page. That was Hill. Just came by to light a candle for me while I'm working, but I had already lit the candle. Great minds think alike, you know, all that jazz. I think I want to add a little bit of purple to this, just for some interest. Make it look pretty cool. And let's go in with our green. Tulips have the big leaves. I'm actually going to pull up a picture of a tulip here so I can see the leaves. Yep. Okay. And a bit of a darker green for some shadows. You guys kind of see the idea. I'm doing roughly the same concept on everything. Okay, so there's all the paint done for my 6 flowers. I think now I'm going to do some pen lining on them. So let's do that. I want to line this up a little with some pens, so I'm going to do that here. You notice I'm not doing anything particularly unique or concentrated. I'm just letting my paint strokes guide my pen lines. And then anywhere I can see the stem, maybe I'll put a bit of a straight line up in it. See there, that looks pretty nice. So next up is this guy. I'm going to start down here in the grass and a little bit here. Okay, so for these flowers, I want to not overdo it. It'd be really easy to do too much here. I just want it to look interesting enough. You see, it's nothing very particular, just interesting enough. For these guys, I've got some dots on the top. Our stems underneath. Okay. Moving on to our next flower. These guys. All right, so this one was going to be fun. I'm going to be very gentle with my pens here. I don't want to overdo it. There we go. That's nice. Onto my blue flowers. These ones I can be a little more particular about because they're a little more exact in shape. And then for these stems, I'm going very lightly. Just barely touching them because they're so thin already. And finally, our little tulip guys. Okay, and so for these guys, we want to just give some indication of a few different petals. Okay, there we go. So let me zoom back out here. This is our 6 primary flowers that we're going to be painting. I'm now going to make several copies of each of these and then we'll send them out. But I'm not going to make you watch all that. So thank you guys so much for watching today's video. If you did enjoy it, do me a favor, hit the like, subscribe, ring the bell, share with your friends, leave a comment, all the standard YouTube things. Makes a world of difference. Slide these over here. When I did that, there's a box appearing here now and a little circle down here. Click on either of those, it'll take you to my channel, show you a video YouTube thinks you'll like. Thank you so much again for watching, tuning in, and subscribing. I'll see you guys in the next one.